Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every one of you guys hit that like or dislike button, put some motherfucking Coach K full court pressure on that notification bell so you can be notified each and every time I upload a video or go live on my YouTube channel. And once again, this is your boy, the one and only E Thriller. Welcome back. Now, let's get into this fight last night that took place between Demetrius Andrade and William Williams, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that's just spreading false narratives yet again, saying that Demetrius Andrade really lost the fight or he struggled. Like, bullshit. The man easily won 8 rounds. And I'm being generous to William Williams because some of those rounds could have went either way towards the championship rounds. So basically, I could have made a case that Demetrius Andrade really won 9 rounds. But so if a man is able to win 9 rounds in a fight, right, and got caught with a good shot, he got caught with a good shot in the ninth round, that staggered him, put him up against the ropes, and he was able to fight his way up out of there. He never touched the canvas, so we got to give kudos where kudos is due, right? But I'm not taking anything from Williams. He was a tough competitor. I had no idea about his resume or what he was able to do inside of the ring prior to this fight. He showed me a lot of heart. He showed me he had a lot of ferociousness. He showed me that isn't going to back down just because a guy has a name or he was the fucking underdog. No, he came in. He made it a competitive fight, a very compelling fight towards the later rounds, especially in that ninth round. But let's not act like this man didn't get dazed and dropped in the second round. Let's not act like Demetrius Andrade wasn't boxing circles and squares around this dude all night long. Catching him with jabs, catching him with straight lefts, throwing that looping right uppercut with perfection, with the accuracy, with bad intentions. Caught him a couple of times, staggered him. I'm surprised he didn't knock him down. But what can I say about Williams? Once again, I tip my hat off to him. He was tough as nails. The man had a chin, and I would love to see him go up against another legitimate top dog at 160 pounds. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all because the dude comes to fight and he ain't going to lay down. I love that about that man's game. But having said all of that, let's not act like Demetrius Andrade just went out there and looked like ass, because he did not. And Roger Mayweather said it best. Most of you motherfuckers don't know shit about the sport of boxing. Because let me break this shit down to you guys like a piece of rotisserie chicken. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit. So for all of you individuals that's saying, oh, Demetrius Andrade, all he does is run, he's boring, his fights ain't that entertaining to watch, then don't watch him. Because the name of the game, this is the sweet science. So the object of the game is to hit your opponent and not get hit. That's how you last in the sport of boxing. That's how you make it out of the sport of boxing with all of your faculties, a la Floyd Mayweather. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to be taking those big shots. You don't want to be in these fucking phone booth fights. You don't want to play rock'em sock'ems, because this is boxing. This is one of the most dangerous sports outside of MMA in the world. So when you have a guy with that talent that is a boxing tactician like a Demetrius Andrade, then I don't have a problem with the way that he prepares for his fights, the way that he executes the game plan inside of the ring. You understand what I'm saying? I have no quarrels about that at all. So enough with the bullshit. And I know where this is coming from. This is coming from a selection of few, whether that's Jamal Charlo fans, whether that's Triple G fans, and those goddamn Canelo fans. And they can be the absolute worst fans on planet Earth. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm already hearing that people saying, oh, Demetrius will get washed by Canelo. He don't want no smoke with him. Jamal Charlo will knock him out. Triple G will knock him out. Well, I would love to see it. I would love to see it because let's be honest, I don't recall anybody saying that Demetrius Andrade is invincible. The man has weaknesses in his game, but he has a lot of strengths, which is why I would love to see him get up in the ring with the best and see what he can do. You understand what I'm saying? Because even though I would pick a Canelo, I wouldn't be surprised if Andrade won. Just like I wouldn't be surprised if Triple G were to beat Andrade. I mean, these fights are 50-50 fights in my honest opinion, depending on what side of the seat, or what side of the table rather, you sitting at. But just to make a long story short, man, I had this man winning this fight with ease. Yeah, he had an off night. He didn't look his absolute best, but he's coming off a long layoff. I mean, what else is expected? He had a lot of ring rust. I mean, we see this with fighters all of the time, which is what You know, in my personal opinion, made Floyd Mayweather so great. Not to keep bringing him up, but the man had a lot of long layoffs, and he came back and just looked like he never lost a beat, never lost a step. But that man is God gifted. So is Demetrius Andrade. So let's just stop the BS, man. The man looked very good. It wasn't an A+ outing, but I would give him a B+. I would give him a B+. I thought he did what he had to do. He knocked the man down in the second round, and he staggered him a bunch of times later on in the fight. So hats off to Demetrius Andrade. Eddie Hearn wants to get him up in there with top-notch competition, and I'm not opposed to that at all. But once again, those are my thoughts. Please drop yours below. Who did you have winning this fight and why? And once again, this is your boy, E Thriller. I'm gone. Holla.